Jules, I want to stick with this because I appreciate what you're saying about how maybe he needed the experience, maybe he needed to learn.
And be the main guy.
Be the main guy. But equally, I think we're kind of experiencing, I can't help but wonder if there was some kind of system error here. Because look, obviously, in the 9 years or whatever it is that he played with Cristiano, he's not going to be the best player on the team. Okay, that's fine. But if you have all this ability, I wonder, I would have expected a manager to say, Karim, you can do much more.
How? Because Cristiano takes 8 shots a game. What's left for the other? And it's not criticism on Cristiano. It worked great, and they won a lot of things, and I think Karim was very happy. But I just don't think
he has like
they
7 assists this season, Karim Benzema. He didn't have this many assists when he could just pass the ball to Cristiano. Cristiano would shoot all the time. Like he's become a much better player
more
than he was.
Yeah.
And I go back further, all the time when he was alternating with Higuain, that wasn't a million years ago either.
No, but I do think
you're gonna blame Mourinho for that.
No, I don't blame him. Blame is the wrong word, but it's tough. I think it was tough for him. I think it was tough that even the Real Madrid fans didn't really believe in him. That the media, the Madrid media, and how powerful they are, didn't really believe in him either. Even when he was doing good things for the team and for Cristiano, there was still that sort of lack of recognition, which I think, even if he will never say it because he's far too proud, he suffered from in a way. And that's why I'm so glad that things are now the way they are. The other thing, Gab, is he's fitter than he's ever been. I promise you, he's lost. Not that he was never overweight or anything like this, but certainly in terms of his fitness. And what's that thing where you calculate the fat that you have on you? Like
body fat percentage.
Yeah, that which was never high for a player. I mean, but now he's lower than the lowest and the low. I mean, it's crazy. The guy spends his time in the gym, whether it's his own at home or at Valdebebas. And I just think that he learned as well from people like Cristiano Ronaldo. And I just think he's 34. And I tweeted it last night. That first touch with his back on his second goal against Mallorca is all on purpose. It's all meant to be. That's what he wants to do. I've watched it 1,000 times. And he's done it before in the past. He's a bit ahead of the ball. He knows exactly where the ball is going to land. He does that to control the ball and then turn and then finishes. And I just think the guy is amazing. And like you said, he turns 34 in December.
So Sidlow spoke to Ancelotti after the game, and he pointed out to him, because obviously going back to Asensio, there was this thing where people were saying Asensio is unhappy, he's not playing. And Ancelotti said, oh, good. I want people to be unhappy when they're not playing. And then what does he do? He puts Asensio in the lineup, gives him almost a free role because he's got Camavinga behind him. Yeah. He's pretty much in the hole. Rodrigo one side, Vini the other, Benzema in front, and run with it. And he said, that I love it if Isco's not happy, if Jovic isn't happy when they don't play, and it makes them hungrier. Is this good coaching, good psychology, really good, or is it just a case of Asensio saying, well, I'm not happy, but let me seize my chance?
But there's one thing that we knew before the season started and Carlo going back, right, is that the man management would be spot on. We didn't know exactly how they would play, if they would score that many goals, but we knew two things. One, that Benzema would still continue to be the main guy and carry the team. If you would tell me after 6 games he would have scored 8 goals and given 7 assists, which, by the way, in the 21st century, Cristiano or Messi had never done. No one after 6 LaLiga matches in the first 6 of the season have reached those numbers. So I think this is pretty special. But we knew that Karim would still be the main guy, Karim the Dream, as my kids call him. And then we knew that Carlo would do a great job with that squad in terms of TLC, in terms of putting them in the right environment, giving them that confidence. We focused a lot on Hazard at the time, and that Carlo would be the one to relaunch the career. And maybe we didn't think about Asensio, but Asensio was the same problematic. It was, can Carlo relaunch that guy's career? The talent is great. It was never in doubt. And Carlo is probably the right guy for that, because the way he talks to them, the ideas that he has, what they do on the training pitch, all of that works in those kind of cases.
I'm intrigued by this 4-2-3-1 setup, and I'm just wondering, obviously we'd seen Asensio play mostly on the wing because we're supposed to be 4-3-3.
And even yesterday, he tended to go more right.
But I'm wondering, Is this something that we might see more of? This 4-2-3-1. Obviously, you presume Casemiro's coming back, and I'll get to Casemiro in a moment because I think there's some stuff going on there. But two holding midfielders, you could make it Casemiro and Valverde. You could even go Casemiro and Kroos if you wanted when Kroos comes back too.
Yeah.
And then Vinicius on one side, Hazard, or maybe even Hazard in the Asensio spot, and somebody else. Could this be a viable alternative for Real Madrid?
But we saw, if you look at the system that Carlo has played so far, we've had a 4-4-2 with Hazard and Benzema up front. We had this sort of 4-2-3-1 with Asensio in a kind of a free role. We've had the usual 4-3-3 where that they know so well, and that has been really the trademark in the last few years. So clearly Carlo is saying, look, we have to be versatile here, depending on the opposition, depending on the players who are available or not. Camavinga, as a first start for him at Real Madrid, playing as a holding midfielder. This is not his best position, and you saw he played an hour, tried to keep it simple, but defensively, I'm not sure he's ready really for that kind of position in a team like that. But Carlo will keep trying, and I think there will be a point where he will know exactly, okay, we play Barcelona, this is what we're going to do with those guys. We play Shakhtar in the Champions League, this is what we're going to do. We play Sheriff, this is what we're going to do. And I think this is where he's so good, isn't it?
I'm not suggesting that he read my Monday Musings column and says, oh, Gab is right. But he did exactly what I suggested, to be fair. With Carvajal out, and it's a loss, and I think the best thing you can do is make sure he comes back 100% so he doesn't get injured again.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Lucas Vazquez right back in this setup. I think it's a nice idea in certain situations. I want to see Nacho, and then until Mendy returns, let's let Miguel do his thing on the back.
Completely.
And that is what he did against Mallorca. This is a better solution until
100%.
Carvajal and Mendy are back, yeah?
And even in terms of solidity, don't think about Nacho going forward. Can he put crosses in? That's not what we were asking him for anyway. But that solidity, we saw him playing at left back last season and did a really good job there, even actually going forward.
Yeah, but they have 5 left backs now. I don't need to see Nacho.
No. But what I mean by that is he's versatile enough to play right back, right centre back, left centre back. And I think it's good. Use it. You've got Alaba and Eder Militao as your 2 centre backs. That's fine. Miguel or Ferland Mendy at left back. That's good. And then Nacho at right back if you need him. And I think you're far more settled defensively than if you try a Lucas Vazquez just to have Alaba left back and then Eder Militao and Nacho, because I think Lucas Vazquez will always be the weaker link in there because he's not right back and has never been and will never be.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.